Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for being here. For those of you who have taken my class here before, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria, and we're here for another full hour yoga class, full body. So before we get started, please make sure to say hello in the comments. Maybe even let me know where you're from. Okay, so here we go. Oh, and please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I do classes there 3 times a week. For now, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 Pacific PM. So that will help. If you subscribe there, then you'll know where to find me. All right, let's get started. Okay, Alice, hello. Turn your class on to my friends. Oh, thanks for sharing, Alice. And Alice. And your friend, is that Chanita? Am I seeing that right? Welcome. Reaching up. And Teresa from Virginia, good to see you. And John, good to see you. Open and close a little. Oh, the double John again today. Good job coming back, guys. And Abigail and Suresh, hello there. Sylvia from Montreal, welcome. All right, let's go ahead and shrug the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. A little bit of everything, getting a little more into the hips today, and a little balance if we have time for a standing balance pose with the open hip. Take the arm across your body here. And then other side, across. All right, let's make sure our neck feels okay. So you can just roll it around a little bit, chin to the chest. Roll it over one shoulder, chin to the chest, maybe the other shoulder. And if it feels good enough to do a full circle without straining, then go for it in one direction first. You can even take your hands behind you, palms facing down, or just at the side here. Taking the hands behind you will help stretch a little more in the front scalenes of your neck. Go ahead and do the opposite direction if it's feeling okay for you. All right. Let's go ahead and take a little twist here, lengthening up through the crown of your head, feeling your spine twisting. Other side. All right, back to center. Let's go ahead and close our eyes for a moment to connect to our breath before we begin. Nice full breath in. Let your belly expand on the inhale. And then relax on the exhale. So just bringing your awareness to your breath will often help to just settle your mind, and also you'll notice your breaths will become deeper and longer. That deeper, longer breathing with a little rest between the breaths also helps to lower your stress levels, taking you from that fight or flight mode into that calming, relaxing, parasympathetic mode. So go ahead and just do 3 more deep breaths here. Nice full breath all the way to the top. Hold it at the top for a moment. Open your mouth, blow it out. Again, inhale. Hold it at the top. Open your mouth. And last time, inhale, nice deep breath in. Hold your breath at top a little longer now. Lift your chest and take the sides of your neck back. Open your mouth and blow it out. Hands in front of your heart. Drop your gaze. And just take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms. Inhaling deeply. All right, and welcome John Deeds to our class. Let's start in the child's pose. Knees wide, forehead down. Oh, and welcome Alonzo Carroll from Calgary. Welcome. Let's walk our hands over to the left, stretching our side body. Bring your left forearm down off the mat, right fingertips, and then isometrically drag the fingers back towards the right side of your mat. Good. Other side, right forearm down, left fingertips. And then dragging the left fingertips back towards the left knee. Okay, coming back to center. Go ahead and spread your fingers. A little cat-cow. Drop your belly. Look up. Exhale, round your back. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Looking up and rounding. And then turning your fingers towards your knees, getting a little carpal tunnel stretch here. If it's too big a stretch, walk your hands closer to your knees and then try to claw the floor so the knuckles come up. And then we'll take lion's breath. So it's taking your tongue out, letting all the air out. All right, flip them back and we're going to come on down to your belly. So from here, take your hands by your hips and you're going to lift everything up for Shalabhasana. And then back down and up and down. One more time, up and down. And then find a cobra as high as you would like to go right now, or as low. If you want to stay on your forearms, that's fine too. Roll your shoulders back. Send your heart through your arms if you can. And maybe turn and look over your left shoulder, over the right shoulder. Back to center. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Shift your heels to the left. And then to the right. And back to center. And let's take your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So Annapurna Panda, welcome back. Good to see you. Warming up the hips a little more today, stepping back into downward dog and then sending your left foot out to the outer edge of your mat. So you can be up high or you can drop it low. You can even bring your knee down if you're ready or you want that. So we're just gonna warm up for maybe a minute, going back and forth here. If you like to put the knee down and stay a little longer, you're welcome. Or you can go a little faster tempo as we warm up here in our hips, our legs, and our whole body at your own tempo. You can even just hold the pose 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other. I'm going to just move side to side, dropping the back knee if you want to go deeper, if you're ready for that. Stepping your foot out to the outside of your wrist. And let's just do 2 more on each side. And also warming up the shoulders if you're going back and forth like that. Little bit of everything, guys. Here we go. And then last time on the left side. And then you're going to take that back foot forward. Come on into a squat, early squat. If you can, try to parallel your feet as much as you can. And just open your knees out. And then straighten up. Both legs are straight. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Lift and lengthen. Turn to your left and fold. If you can't touch the floor, take opposite elbows like this. You can just sway side to side if you prefer that. Otherwise, we're walking our hands off the mat to the left. Relaxing our head and neck down over to the right. And back to center. Lift and lengthen. You could bend the left knee, elbow over the thigh, twist over to the right. Or you can drop your hand to the floor. And you can also take a bind here if you like. The left hand between and bending back, maybe taking a bind, only for those of you that are ready for this. And release back to center, lift and lengthen. Okay, so anyone that felt better in your body, bend the right knee, elbow over the knee, turn the body to the left. So you can stay here, or you can drop your hand to the floor, or you can take a bind here. So which one feels better for you? All right, and release. Lift and lengthen, nice flat back. Come on up. All right, let's do a little propeller arms. So it's like you're swimming like this. Swish, 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 swish. Forward swimming strokes. And then pause and take it back. Backward swimming strokes. And then pause, and then we're going to interlace our fingers behind us. So take your knuckles and your low back, and then try to just squeeze your elbows behind you so they almost disappear behind you. Feel that nice stretch. Bend your knees, come forward, and straighten the arms overhead if you're ready for that. All right, hands to the floor. Let's take your right leg back, left leg back, lower to your belly, point your toes. Cobra, downward facing dog. Right leg steps forward. Left leg steps forward. Circle the arms up. Exhale, dives you down. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold left leg back. Right leg back. Chaturanga or to your belly. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg lift. Bring it forward. Come on up. Oops. Not yet. Step forward, forward fold. Circle the arms up. Hello, Mike Solo, welcome. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up, exhale, down. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, down, right leg back, left leg back. Chaturanga, cobra up dog. Downward dog, this time right leg up. Now let's come into that crescent. Coming up. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend them. Inhale, straighten. And bend, 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 bend. Get as low as you can. Maybe fingertips come down to the floor. Bend that back knee to the floor. And then straighten both legs. You can take a shorter stance. Fold over the front leg. Feel that nice hamstring stretch as you square your hips forward. Scissoring your inner thighs. Taking that right hip back. Folding over. If you cannot touch the floor and you don't have blocks at home or soup cans, you can walk to the wall or a couch here and just a table and just press into it. It offers really good support, feels really good, even if you don't need it. It feels good. Sometimes you just want to be supported. So those of you that are right here, if you want, you can pulse a little bit, going a little deeper. We're softening into those hamstrings. All right, rebend that front leg. Come on up. Or you can drop the back knee for low lunge and then come up. So you're in that crescent pose again. So left hand down for an easy twist, or hook your elbow past your knee for a deeper twist. Maybe open the arms, maybe backwards fine for some of you. Windmill, step it back, chaturanga, cobra, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts for a three-legged dog. Let's bring it forward. And come on up for high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, get low. Inhale, straighten, get low. Straighten, get low. Interlace the fingers over the front thigh and get down as low as feels good to you. You can even drop the back knee down for a deeper stretch there. And then hands down, you're going to straighten the legs. If you want to take a shorter stance, bring your feet a little closer together. You can go to a table again if you need to. Take that left hip back, and it'll make a huge difference in stretching the back of your hamstrings there. Lift and lengthen and just fold. Little pulsing. All right, then let's bend the back knee down to the floor and send our hips forward. Keep our chest on the thigh for this one. And straighten and fold. Forehead towards the shin. And step it forward fold. Grab your big toes, lift and lengthen forward, and then exhale, fold over the leg. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Let's go ahead and step that left leg back for warrior one. Inhale, exhale, square your hips forward. And take your left elbow over the right. Lift your elbows, hands away from the face. You can lift your elbows if you can balance. You can even look up. Releasing it down, elbows in your sternum as you try to balance and find your way into warrior three legs. If this is hard for you, interlace your fingers over your thigh, lean forward, and like a lever, lift that back leg up. You can also hold onto a table and try to find that muscle memory, lifting that back leg parallelish. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on down. And we're going to quarter turn to the left for Prasarita. So from here, go ahead, parallel your legs, interlace your fingers behind you, lift your chest, lift your toes, lift your kneecaps, lift your belly button and your sternum, and you send your hips way back so the weight's in your heels. With a flat back, come forward, stretch your arms up to the sky. And release, lift and lengthen, nice flat back. And then you're going to turn to your left, set up for warrior one on the other side. Inhale, come on up. Inhale, exhale, sink into it. Right elbow over left, eagle arms, lift your elbows, hands away from the face. Open your chest, clasp your, wait, I didn't do that. What did I do? I'm getting confused. Okay, so we did The right elbow over left this time. Equal arms. Lift the elbows, hands away from the face. It's easier to get confused in a real class because then students like Abigail will tell me what I just did on the other side, right? Now I'm like, can we rewind that live stream? What did I do? Okay, elbows into the sternum, come forward, lift straight up. Try to find your warrior 3, that back leg parallel-ish to the floor, maybe using the hands on a table or interlacing fingers on the thigh, like the first side. And flap your wings out or hands alongside your ears for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come on back, quarter turn this way, and then we'll get the adductors here. Interlace your fingers as we go side to side. Hips are back. So really stretching into the inner thigh here. Feet are parallel, hips are back. So it looks like this. Hips are back, just like that. Hips are back. So we have all levels here. If you're more flexible, you come down. So not for everyone. You can straighten the leg, heel down, toes up. If you're more flexible, heel comes down on the bent knee and push your knee out to the side. Maybe even do a backwards bind here. All right, other side, coming lift up and over. Straight leg, isometrically dragging the heel in towards you, or you're standing up, going side to side still. If you're able to take a backwards bind, go for it. And release. Come on up. And we're gonna quarter turn to the right. Set up for warrior 1. And then we're gonna straighten the leg. Hinge forward with the right hand for triangle. So grab anywhere along your shin, your ankle, the floor, or a block. Reach your top arm up. Take your hand behind you, roll your shoulder back. You can parallel that back left foot to the bottom of the mat if you like. For the next part, you could bend the front knee and then straighten it. So bend and straighten. Maybe let's take your elbow to the just above the knee here on the thigh. And then roll your shoulder back and bend the knee. So this is like a half bound, half side angle pose. If it's comfortable to drop your hand to the floor or a block, go for it. If it's comfortable to straighten and bend that leg, go for it. If you're able to take a bind, go for it. And if you're able to straighten and bend in the bind, even better. It's hard, not easy, but we might go up into Bird of Paradise, which is basically this pose right here, except we have the balance component later. Come on up. Turn this foot in, the other foot out. Coming in to, let's do warrior 2. Warrior 2 legs. Then we're going to straighten the front leg and hinge forward for triangle. So grabbing anywhere along the leg, rolling chest and shoulders up. Hello, Daisy. Welcome. Austin Light. You could bend the front knee and bring your elbow to the thigh. And then really turn your chest up towards the sky. Got some daughters in the window saying hello to me, coming back from a walk. Hands behind you. Roll your shoulder back. And drop your hand to the floor. Oh, sorry for their loud door squeak there. Go ahead and bend and straighten if it feels comfortable for you. If it does not, of course, just come back to this side. And then take a bind here. If you're able to straighten and bend, straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Okay, starting to come on up. All right, let's come back into this goddess pose to strengthen or do these like sumo squats. Coming down and up, down and up. So some of you are in my Qigong class and it's very different. This window, it's dark out, and I'm there doing a very quiet meditation, flowy thing. And then I open my eyes and there's this huge guy at my window. It scared the crap out of me. I just screamed. That was my husband. So this is much cuter to have two little girls' faces waving at me. Okay, so down and up. So it's good to strengthen our muscles, our glutes, our hamstrings before we stretch them and coming into our balance pose. Okay, and then from here, come on down, take the hands out, see if you can lift your right or any side. I'll do my right heel and my right left, down, down, up, up, down, down. Ooh, find your balance, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Other side, up, up, down, down, up, up. Yes, I'm married, down, down. Yes, he is a lucky guy, aren't you? Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Okay, and then down and up. If it's burning, it's good, guys. If it's burning, it's good. 6 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go down as far as you can. And then up. And then hips back. Back is flat. Hands on the inner thighs here. Spreading the knees out as far as you're comfortable. Drop your right shoulder forward. Look over your left shoulder. And then drop your left shoulder forward. Looking over the right shoulder. And then release. And then let's take that right leg forward. Squaring our hips forward for triangle again. Right hand forward, finding our triangle. It's our base. Our base here is the triangle. So this time, hands behind. Bend your knee and see if you can take a bind and straighten it. So you might have to adjust your feet to get a little closer. If this is very uncomfortable, then you're just up here in your triangle, bending and straightening the leg a little bit. Or even like this. Okay, and you can feel the back of those hamstrings working. All right, lifting up and opening up. All right, turn this foot in, other foot out. I think it's easier with a shorter stance. Straightening, lifting top arm, finding your triangle pose. So just bend and straighten for those of you who can't bind. That's fine, just do this. One hand behind you, bend and straighten. If you're able to take one hand down, just do that. And then if you're able to bind, try to lean back so the crown of your head is tracking your second toe. And then straighten as much as you can. You can just do a little bit. All right. Quarter turn back. And slowly come on up. Nice flat back. All right, let's face this way. And then we're just going to bend our knees, sink our hips for chair pose. Utkatasana. And then forward fold, clasp your hands behind you, open up your chest. Hands to the floor, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump. And then let's bring your left elbow down, your right elbow down. And clasp your hands together. So you might have to come to your knees for this. And we're just going to pop into dolphin pose. So try to get the elbows more narrow than your shoulders. That will help align you better. And then come up into dolphin. Really pressing down a lot with your forearms and your elbows so your head is not touching the floor. Feet together, right leg up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then go ahead and drop it down. And we're going to take your right leg forward to open up a little bit more the hamstrings, the hips. Let's take your right leg forward for low lunge. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, coming forward. And straightening and then coming forward. Straighten. You can soften away and soften back into if it feels okay for you, or you can just hold that static. Hands to the floor. Rock it back. Ardha Hanuman. Drag the heel back. Fold forward. And you can rock it forward and then rock it back. Just move dynamically through the two poses to slowly soften up into your hamstrings, even your hips. Good, and then walk your foot over to the right. You can lift the back knee and set it down. So we'll do lizard here. Really open, big hip opener here. So listen to your body if you need, so straight arms is the easiest. If you can go deeper, you can come onto your forearms. You can also lift your toes and rock onto the edge of your foot. Listen to your body, what feels better for you. And then left forearm comes down. Turn to your right and reach back. See if you can catch your foot. If you can, pull it in. And release. All right, other side. Left leg comes forward. Square your hips forward. Interlace your fingers over the thigh and then exhale, come forward. Stretching into those right hip flexors. and away and towards. Fingertips down, shift it back and forth. Just back and forth. Your own tempo, your own speed. You can just hold Ardha Hanuman if you like and fold over. So really feeling it in your hamstrings here. And then let's move it out to the side for lizard pose. So any kind of lizard you like, with the knee off, rocking back and forth, forearm down.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Oh, it scared me. My watch
I'm sorry.
is tight. I already have it on silent. I don't know why it's talking to me. Okay, lift your toes and walk onto the edge of your foot. Right forearm comes down. Turn to your left. Reach back. Maybe catch your foot. Pull it in. And release. Okay, we're going to just step it back for a quick core work here. Let's do this one. Everyone can do this one. Forearms, 8-point plank. It'll help you with your balance. We're going to go up and balance it. So keep your forearms down, your elbows, rock on up, pressing down with the elbows. Keep your knees on the floor, and then just feel between your shoulder blades, lifting as much as you can, kind of like cat pose. Squeezing your knees together, your elbows together, and then pulling your elbows down towards your knees. Shaking is good. If you're not shaking, really pull knees and elbows together until you shake. 3 more breaths. 2 and 1. Drop it down, side to side. We'll do 1 more like that, pressing down, rolling up. Just do 7 breaths here. Make it strong. Finish strong here. 3 more breaths. Oh. I stopped early because I was getting a cramp in my stomach. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's do Shalabhasana. Clasp your hands behind you. Keep your feet on the floor. Lift on up. And release. Downward dog. Let's walk our hands back towards our feet. And slowly come on up. Okay, our peak pose of the day. I'll show you the easy version first. You're just going to do tree pose. This is your peak pose. if you can't go up in the other one, you can also grab your ankle and do this. Okay? For those of you that want to try more, it's going to be Bird of Paradise. So I'll show you the full pose and then how you can modify against the wall. The full pose, you basically bend over, do the bind we've been doing, and then you're going to press down and lift up. There you go, lifting up. That's your Bird of Paradise. Sprinkled on a straight leg here, and you've got a better looking one. You can use props here around the house. Step your foot up on your couch. Take that bind. Again, if you're not able to bind in your normal, then don't do this because you won't be able to this way either. But there you go. You can use a strap or some kind of strap if you can't bind, and do this instead. This. Okay. All right. So hopefully you have a pretty Bird of Paradise, or anywhere is fine. You're working on it. Progress comes from practice, right? Practice makes progress. If you're wobbly, you can also come to the wall. I'm going to do it here. And with the wall, you just step against it. And basically you do the bind like this. And then you just come away from the wall and then maybe straighten up. So forward, it looks like this. Using the wall and straightening when you can. There's your Bird of Paradise. Those of you who can't do it, you're practicing this. This is fine. The practice, the straightening, the binding, and then it's just the balance. The balance. Coming forward. Just coming up from a balance is often quite challenging. So if you ever get right here, congratulations. Straighten. This part's harder. And you want to avoid having the shoulder come forward too much. Anytime the shoulder internally rotates, it's prone to injury. Like you can dislocate a shoulder that way. So always externally rotate. It's much more safe for your shoulders. And there's your practice for that. Hopefully that's good for you. So let's come on down now. And we're going to come into any kind of inversion for you. So if you have a headstand practice, go up. Or if you want to do legs against the wall, you can do legs against the wall by just lifting your feet, your legs up. Or you can actually bring your body against a wall. I'll use this as a wall. You'll just scoot your butt against a wall like this. And then you'll just straighten up. So it'll be against the wall. If you've always wanted to do shoulder stand, but you can't lift your butt up like this, then what you can do is bring your feet against a wall. Pretend this is a wall. And then press into the wall, into bridge pose. And then from there, hands at the low back. And then you can lift up into a shoulder stand. Okay, so do one of those. And I will do a headstand. So don't do a headstand for the first time without some assistance. Up. Like I do privates if you want to do it through that. But I taught many people to go up in the headstand. It's actually not that hard, but you have to be careful because the neck is not something you want to play around with here. So legs up the wall or shoulder stands is a good way to still get that inversion, the benefits of it, without so much risk. So anything with the legs, you can just swim around with your legs here, trying to keep your balance. You can open the legs out to the side. All right. So if you're in a headstand, you can take a quick child's pose. All right, and then we'll do just a quick heart opener. Let's do Ustrasana today, or camel pose. So if this doesn't work out for you, you can always lay on your back and do bridge, but it's nice to try different types of back bends. So if it does, just try it, hands behind you, and bring your elbows behind you. You're going to lift up at the sternum, lift the sternum, lift the sternum, lift the sternum as much as you can, and squeeze your elbows together. So maybe this is it for you. This is your camel today. Or maybe you can reach back to your heels, lifting up your heart, and maybe dropping your head back. And then you also want to bring your hips forward over your knees again. And then when you're done, your hands come to your low back and your head comes up last. Great. Pull the shoulders back. If that felt okay for you, you can do it again. If not, again, you can go and do your favorite version of some kind of back bend. You can, if you're pretty flexible, you can point your feet flat. So you go deeper. So again, reaching back and then sending your hips forward over the knees again, and let your neck fall back. Let your heart open here. Hands to your low back. Head comes up last. Okay, and we're done with that. And then let's go ahead and take your right ankle over the left knee, right ankle over the left knee. And then we're gonna just stretch out your right piriformis here. You can scoot your butt closer if you like, or you can lift up here. Just trying different ways to open up that hip. You can also come on down for the normal pigeon, like this. Just trying a new way for the hips. Some people like it like that. If you like the regular pigeon, you just come on down like this or like this. I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, then you're gonna switch sides. So the left ankle over the right knee. And you can rock it back and forth like this. You can scoot forward a little bit. or you can be in the regular pigeon. Either one is fine. I'll just show both variations. Okay, and release. Then we're going to just come forward in Badakanasana, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And then we're just going to come forward and press your elbows down to help open up your hips to the side. Okay, and then you're going to grab the bottom of your left foot and lift it straight up. So you can bring it in towards you if it feels okay. And you can rock it. Just pull in towards your chest and rock it side to side. If you have a compass practice, you can practice it as well. It's also a big hip opener, but if you're able to do the other one, you should be able to do this. So grabbing the outer edge of your foot, putting it on your shoulder here, and maybe straightening it tight, then maybe not. A little tight. Come on back. Not today. Other side. Let's rock it. Ooh, lifting up. And then interlace your fingers and straighten. And if you want to, you can open up to the side here. You can just use something on the side. You can do this if you're not feeling so open. Just feel a little accomplished here. Some days our bodies just don't feel like turning that way or opening. Sometimes it looks real pretty. Today, not so much. And just be okay with that. Where you are, it's all just a practice. It's a little bit easier when we're not in the room together because some people's egos get in the way and they force themselves into a pose they're not ready for, and that's where injuries happen. But okay, well, so we're going to come into a comfortable seated position or a shavasana here as we close out our class. Inhaling. And then opening the mouth, letting it out. And just surrendering to your practice. Having your palms up to receive and be open and receptive to receiving all the good the universe has to offer you. Go ahead and lift the arms over your head. Namaste. Pressing your hands into your heart center and smile and feel blessed. And smile and feel gratitude. And for gratitude for all of you for joining me in this yoga class, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. If you made it this far, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe, like, comment, share my channel. Every little bit goes a long way. Thank you guys so much. Especially thanks to my sponsors who help make this channel possible. So without your help, it wouldn't be possible. So if you'd also like to help us make these videos, please visit the link below on the screen right now so you can see how you can sponsor or donate to the class. Thank you guys so much. See you guys later. Bye, Suresh. Bye, John. Bye, everyone.